Good morning, everybody. This is part two of the how to analyze and categorize information. So you should have already seen part one's video and gone through and completed that task before you have moved on to this one. So I'm going to actually go through this one a lot quicker because I went in depth in part one. So if you're just viewing this video and you have not viewed part one, please go back and watch part one. It will go into more information, okay? So quickly, we are going to go through this. And today I would like you to take a look and see what is your face in learning. I'm sure the first one was a little bit different than today. I'm hoping at least you might have said, okay, well, it's not as bad as I thought and I can do this, okay? If you're still struggling, email me, text me, call me, let me know what's going on so I can help you out, all right? So we're still working on the Declaration of Independence. We've taken another excerpt, so you're still going to go back into this category, and you should know a little bit more based on part one. So what do I already know? Okay, so you're going to go ahead and put 5 things down that you know about the Declaration of Independence, and you can include what you learned from part one. And then what do I want to know? So I can break down a little bit more in-depth questions. I should have been able to answer at least some of them from part one. If I haven't been able to answer those, maybe I might put those questions down as well, okay? So this is the new excerpt. This is excerpt number 2. I'll read it for you as well as have you read it yourself. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal and that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. That to secure these rights, governments are instituted among men, deriving their just powers from the consent of the governed, that wherever any form of government becomes destructive of these ends, it is the right of the people to alter or to abolish it, and to institute new government, laying its foundation on such principles and organizing its powers in such form as to them shall seem most likely to affect their safety and happiness. Okay, so this is a little bit of a longer excerpt than part one, but it has a little bit more meat and potatoes in it, so it should give you a little bit more information as to why the Declaration of Rights was written. Declaration of Rights, I'm sorry, the Declaration of Independence. Well, I confused that with the Bill of Rights. So then you're going to go to the next section, which is what's important. What words do I not understand? So you're going to scan through this again and go ahead and write your 5 words down. Remember that those 5 words can be any words. It doesn't matter. It's based on what your understanding is and what you are unsure about or confused on. You'll go to the next slide and you will put those words in here and you will look up their meanings. Remember to go ahead and use the Explore button if you so choose, and that will be an easy way to have information for you. Once you complete that, you're going to go put it together. So write a short summary based on, now that you know what the words were that you didn't understand, and putting it all together, you're going to write a short summary about what the excerpt is about, okay? In your own words. Please make sure it's in your own words. Now you're going to pull stuff out. You're going to pick 3 important pieces of text that you can use to back up why you wrote the summary the way you did, okay? It can be whole sentences or just fragments of sentence. Just remember that when you use them in slide 10, that you will either quote them or you'll paraphrase them, okay? Slide 10 again is what did you get from it? It's a mixture of slide 8 and 9's answers based on what you would like to do. You can also just write a new summary with the information if you so choose. Just make sure it flows cleanly, it sounds smooth when you read it aloud. That's the best thing to do, is go ahead and read it aloud to yourself. If you have to stop, pause, do things of that nature that don't seem natural when you're reading it, you might want to rethink your grammar and your punctuation on that, okay? Other than that, you're good to go. Email me, text me if you have any questions, call me on the classroom phone.